Okay. Hello, everybody. I think it's ready. It's time to go to a new island. Yesterday, I let myself feel the call of the void. Oh, we're optimizing again. Very great. I don't know why we do that, but we do that. Okay, so I experienced the call of the void, jumped off a cliff, and I think it will start me back right after having talked to Pandora. I'm just telling her that there's hope in humanity yet. Which means I get to go see a new place. I think that Crier and some other people are about to start talking to me, though. They didn't do it last. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's take a second to appreciate what I'm seeing right now. It really is a shame that I don't have like a really nice computer. Because I think that at like super amazing high quality settings, this would be fantastic, fantabulous, amazing. But I don't have that computer, so I'm not going to focus too much on what I don't have. And I am going to focus on what I do have, which is a really cool game to play for hours and hours and hours. I think this is like video 36 or 37 or something, I can't remember, but it is a lot. It is a lot of videos. Can I just go up this way? How do I get out of here? Oh, here it is. No, here it is. No. Wait, have I done this one? Trevor. His name's Trevor. Isn't it? It's not Todd. It is also Trevor.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. How does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step.
Speak for yourself.
Truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
I can't remember if that's a real person. Gosh, look at me, what a bigot I am. If that is a human meat person or a human robotic person. I'm assuming it's a human meat person. I think all the voices in these wildernesses have been human meat people. Meat popsicles, as Bruce Willis once said in The Fifth Element. I don't know. It's interesting that I don't know. Here we go. I don't think
we're getting closer.
The next one's going to be as crazy as this one.
Prometheus seemed to think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
Oh, so cool. What I mean is, I think all the gigantic sculptures, that was like the epic, fantabulous place. And then this one's going to be a little bit more subdued, but still cool looking. I was wrong. Why are there people here already? Do they already travel here? Hello, Crier.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about the choice? I don't care. I don't care what you think. Okay, I care a little bit, Crier.
I don't know if sharing the truth so openly was a good choice. It's hard to predict the consequences of such an action.
That's all. Man, you gotta hand it.
Another remarkable structure. But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
Wow. Imagine if it worked. Imagine if we could go up there. I mean, the stars, not the top of the tower. Although, that would be cool too.
They ruined my joke. Like, I looked at this building, and I was gonna say, man, you really gotta hand it to whoever built that. And then, like, Alcatraz just started talking. What's up with that? Oh, Jeremy. Yeah.
Oh, hello, 1K.
I know what he thinks. He told me not to do it. Why would I ask this? It's like, I feel like it's just like digging the knife in and twisting it. I'm not even gonna. I'd be like, I wish I could just be like, hey, I really do appreciate you giving me your opinion. I'm sorry that I didn't do exactly what you said, but I do want you to know that I did take it into consideration. Where's the button that says that? I'm not even gonna ask him. I feel like, seriously, it feels like rude. Rude. If someone's like, hey, don't smack me in the face, and then I smack them in the face and say, what do you think about that? What are they gonna say? Alright. I gotta go to the hands. Maybe I could talk to the hand. Oh. Oh boy. I mean, a palm reader. Oh, here he is again. Alright.
In my reports to you, I have often spoken about this island in terms that some might perceive as negative. I hope you understand that the opposite is true. Here in these green hills, I see tremendous potential for transformation and spiritual awakening. I do not see the world as you do, Athena, but I see the rot at the heart of New Jerusalem. If you and Cornelius want to go through with your plan, then this is the perfect place. My students and I will help you transport the remaining tech from New Alexandria. After that, once you and Cornelius are settled, we will leave for our great journey. I can only hope that we all find what we are looking for.
Well, that answers that question significantly. He is definitely not a meat popsicle. Okay. So. Look. I know what we're all thinking, because I'm thinking it. The center of this seems important. It seems like the Golden Gate. Not the bridge, but the first one I'm going to get into, because I really think that once I do everything here, yeah, I have two things left to do here. I don't know what they are, but I have to do them. Alright. I'm tempted to start at puzzle 8. I did that once before, and it was kind of fun. And I don't know if this place here will give me a new game mechanic, or if it will just start mixing the old ones in like really clever ways. I'm gonna see. From within. A jammer, eh? A connector, eh? Okay. Oh, this puzzle is like... What's interesting about this is... These remind me of the puzzles from the first game. I can't do this, can I? That would be too easy. Oh, that would be too good. I've never been able to jam one of those or one of these, but that would clearly be something that's I've never had to do before. Jam them both, please. Interesting. So this is a remarkably simple puzzle in terms of pieces. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That can't be it. No way. No, that wouldn't. Okay, okay. I was thinking I was gonna have to physically block the laser with the jammer. I am gonna have to do that. Oh, I can't grab it through here? Okay, or is it just not close enough? No, it's not close enough. Okay, well... There's no way this is the right answer. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I can't grab anything through this window, right? No matter how close it is. No. That would have been a heck of a solve, though. I don't know. I kind of want to make a level myself where you have to do that, right? You have to, like... The only way to do that would be through a hole with a driller, right? Because you can reach through holes with drillers. Okay. This is a weird thought, but I was wondering if this would block my path. Hmm. I got it. Oh, this one's so good. This one is so good. Oh, what a good puzzle. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, man. So simple. So elegant. What a weird walk animation that was.
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
I mean, aren't we all? You take away our sense of purpose and we're just another machine. I hear birds. I also feel like there should be a an entrance to a secret area. Not a secret area, but one of the behind the scenes areas around here somewhere. It feels like it. I don't know why, but this structure here felt like it should have a door in it. Like right here. Right here. Okay, well, I won't complain about there not being a door. I want to explore this place. The last episode, I call it episode, like, what you know what I mean, the last video I made, I spent a lot of time just trying to run up walls and stuff. And for whatever reason, this area, it fills me with the need to just run to the edge and look around. Oh man. Like, clearly, I want to go there. Clearly. I don't know if it's not just me. I know it isn't, but I am always filled with the need to get to the highest place. Oh, well, ignore that. The highest place possible. And to look around. And that was clearly the highest place that I could get to without going in the tower. And I don't even, sorry, that statement is probably false. I don't think I can get to that place. But it is, oh, interesting. A high place. So we're going to look at this real quick. Oh, this is where I was. Huh. Alright, we're going in this direction. What a cool level design. I thought earlier when I said that this was going to be kind of dull, it was based on the description that says something like it's a high up in the mountains surrounded by mist. And I thought that we were going to get more. Whoa. I mean, oh, I had to. Where's my achievement? Can I get back? I somehow managed to get back. Anyway, so I felt they could get away with making what I'd call a relatively simple area after the last one. And it would feel, in a way, it would feel comparatively like it makes sense. Oh. This actually, the rocks here remind me of the rocks from the... Oh, hello. The rocks from the last one. Oh, that's... I bet you that's so I can't get up on there. Just change the collision of the rock? Okay, I do want to try. This is cool. Can I get up here and look around? I'm getting a no. Yeah, that's not gonna let me up. Okay. Oh. All right. Still, there's gonna be something out here, like a triangle puzzle or something. So I'm not wasting my time. Oh, maybe there's a way up on the backside. Oh, here we go. Good enough for me. Spider webs? Oh yeah, it's just the lighting is messed up because of my low settings. Yeah, they're supposed to look like that. This feels significant because it's the last one. Yeah, boy. So I have a palm reader here, a palm reader there. And then some stuff over here. Oh. And a back room. And some DNA. I mean, maybe I called it. Honestly, though, I think that I called it late enough that they probably gave me some clue that I didn't really think about except subliminally. But yeah, I think we're gonna have... It really does feel like... it makes sense from a storytelling standpoint that the first game was all about creating an artificial intelligence and putting it into a robotic body as a means to continue humanity. And if the ultimate purpose of that is to actually continue humanity, it makes so much sense. Anyway. Motherhood. From Motherhood, 12 Essays by Inessa Pichot. Sometimes I imagine myself following the matrilineal line up against the river of time, to the lives of my distant great-grandmothers. I try to imagine the sheer horror of motherhood, the agony of childbirth, the risk of death with every birth, the certainty of losing some of one's children. To us, now, the loss of a child is a horror almost beyond words, a grief so deep it seems almost insurmountable. I try to imagine what it meant to live in a world where it was a ubiquitous reality, where you could only choose to respond with either an ever-deepening pain or an inhuman numbness, and all of it tied to the foundation stone of your existence, the body. This journey to the past reminds me that my freedom as a woman is on some level technological. Without medical technologies, I am reduced to the cruel logic of nature, which cares about nothing except reproduction. Without machines, I become a machine. Only machines allow us to be more than machines ourselves. Wow. That's cool. Is that... I always wonder, it's hard to tell if these this was written for the game feels like it must have been. Like I don't think that's a real book. I think that this was written to be perfect in this moment. But then again, like something like The Witness, I believe that most of the quotes and things, they were real quotes. Not all of them, but many of them were just quotes from people. Like the most memorable quote from The Witness, I think, and I would argue that it's a mix of both the beauty of the quote and also the location of the quote and also the prominence of the quote. It is in a very like maybe location and prominence go hand in hand, but there's one in The Witness that's about seeing the world from really high up in space, and you get there from a really high place, and it's just perfect. And that felt there's no way that was written for The Witness. It was like many of the other things, something that Jonathan Blow found that fit perfectly in that moment. And I don't know if these quotes are something that the developers found that fit perfectly in this moment, or if they wrote them. But if I had to guess, I feel like that they wrote them. That might come from the fact that Talos Principle is very heavily story and philosophically based, which means that they have a team of writers or one. I know there's at least one head writer, I believe, because I've followed him on Twitter. But um, so that leads me to believe that they wrote everything, and I really liked that one. From Spugna to Athena. Spugna is such a good name. I wish I had a good voice for Spugna, but I'm not a voice actor. So I'll just go with, Dear Founder, I heard a story that I won't do that anymore. I wasn't even trying to go that full of an accent, and it just started coming out. I guess that's Spugna for you. I heard a story that you left because you had discovered a way for us to become beings of flesh. Oh, right, okay. Please, Founder, if this is true, please tell me how to achieve this miracle. I hate being a creature of metal and plastic. I feel like I'm doing Spugna a disservice. This is gonna get better. Like I'm just gonna read this. I hate being a creature of metal and plastic, an abomination to the earth. Every day I curse myself for not every day I curse myself for being immortal, for mindlessly consuming energy, for being so unlike the graceful animals to whom the planet truly belongs. I have stripped as many parts from this vile skeleton as I can. Oh boy. But it is not enough. I am still a machine. For the longest time I couldn't understand the source of my unhappiness, and I sought to blame our mayor and his associates for the decisions that made my life so miserable. But now I see that my problems aren't external at all. It's all me. And if I could change myself, if I could make myself truly human, I would be happy. Please, Founder, take pity on me. Yours in faith, Spugna. You know, Spugna, you didn't deserve what I did to you there at the beginning. Spugna it just reminds me of a mix of a spud like a potato and Pugna, which is a hero from Dota who's like a little skeleton guy. So I was picturing like a little potato skeleton guy. That's the voice that came out. But Spugna, I apologize. Alright. Man, what a line. I have stripped as many parts from this vile skeleton as I can. God, I wonder if we're going to meet Spugna. From Hypatia to Athena. Dear Athena, I've been following the expedition to this incredible machine you've built. I don't know what's going on, and I wish Cornelius had told us the truth before he vanished. I wish both of you had told us everything from the beginning, to be honest. It was unfair to just abandon us. But then, I abandoned you too, didn't I? After we lost Sarabai, I couldn't see anything except the unbearable permanence of her absence. It took me centuries to start getting involved again. But I did, Athena. I came back. And so can you. Love, Hypatia. Wow. Ooh. From Cornelius to Athena. Athena, I don't know if you're there or why you're not answering. It's been a long time, but I think about you and Miranda every day. In fact, I've been using the museum to further my research, and I think there's hope. You know I wouldn't say this lightly. Please respond. I will return as soon as I can. I'll steal a VTOL if I have to. Yours, Cornelius. Whew. Remaining instabilities eliminated. Final confirmation. Trial 090058, version 1.0, successfully deployed. It is done. What now? Ooh. Oh boy. I wonder if we're gonna come across a human baby at the end of this game. And the image of a human baby amongst the metal arms of 1K or another robotic human. I should meet Popsicle Baby. That feels very, very wrong for the sentiment I'm getting at. But let's call him a. There's no word. I can't say a flesh baby. I can't say a meat baby. Organic. Okay. No, that just sounds like you bought it at Whole Foods. That baby. Phew. I don't know. I feel like there's a word that's just escaping my brain right now. Organic. Organism. I don't know. Here I go again, trying to jump up cliffs. Seems like a place that you'd hide something, but maybe not. It's too exposed, it's too open. Alright, but anyway, you know what I mean. The image at the end of the Talos Principle 1 was a set of robotic arms holding a kitten. And I feel like, in a weird way, they've... Is there a word that means to create foreshadowing that never existed in the past? Like, to backshadow? Where you increase the significance of something that was previously somewhat superfluous or just fluff. You increase its significance heavily by making something later that references it in a very serious way. I don't know if there's a word for that, but there should be. I'm going to call it aft shadowing, because it's like the opposite of foreshadowing, and I think aft is the opposite of fore. So was the kitten in the arms of in the metal arms aft shadowing? I obviously am going to go over there. Obviously. But I mean, I had to try. Okay. Where's it going to put me? At the exit to the underground area, I imagine. Which means I'm going to have to do a little bit of backtracking. But this time I won't stop along the way. Alright, so we're going to go to wherever I just was a second ago. It's off in the distance and then to the left over there. It might take a bit. But yeah, I feel like we're building up to that image. It just feels inevitable in a way. It feels like the conclusion that everyone should have guessed would happen. I don't know how else to put it. And like I said, the kitten would become retroactively important. Not that kittens aren't important, but the kitten, if I remember correctly, would only appear in the arms if you did the Easter egg where you went and found a kitten in the desert. It's been a very long time since I played the first game, but that's how I recall it going down. And it sort of became, I think it was even maybe the cover of the game on Steam or whatever. What's 3? There's a 3 in the bottom left. Is that a message? Oh, it is. A warning. Oh boy, here we go. Whew. Okay. I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city, to allow the younger generations to find their own path, but I feel that now I must intervene. We have reached a dangerous inflection point. This farcical, reactionary belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. The foundations already exist. You think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subject to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? Societies which have essentially no resources may be egalitarian in some sense, but a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History assures us of that. The true failure of our ancestors was not their impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal. Epiphenomenal. I don't know what that word means. But their failure to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution, allowing their fate to be determined by the interest of isolated elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the conditions for its repetition. Oh boy, you tell him, Benaroya. And here's Jeremy. I assure you that no one is exempt from our power management and distribution plan. We're all in this together. Zagarin chimes in with a yes, I totally believe that. Rodamna. Rodamne? Rodamna. I've always respected your scholarship, Benaroya. I will take this seriously and think about it. Ovis. Some people have to lead, and others have to follow. That's only natural. And of course, there should be advantages to being a leader. To encourage people. Oh, Ovis, you fool. You foolish fool. You know which one I'm not choosing. Oh no. It feels like finally I have to make a decision. What I mean by that is I think that whatever I say here it could like trigger a revolution or not. The people that are with me, I could accidentally what's the word? Piss them off. That's not the word, obviously. There's a word that is a nicer way of saying that. I could there's a word. It means to push them away inadvertently. That's the definition of the word. Shun isn't right, but it's close. Anyway, I don't know what to choose. Let me take them one at a time. Maybe? The way I interpret this one, although I don't know if the game is getting that across, is saying like these two things are separate. You don't have to embrace technology to stop a class society from forming. I don't necessarily disagree with Benaroya. I mean, maybe that part, I don't know. I wish I knew what epiphenomenal meant. I'm not going to stop and look it up. I do like, I guess, really, he was convincing to me. I do not think rejecting all authority is it. I feel like choosing this is just gonna start a crazy riot. Gosh, but I'm choosing it. Thank you, 1K. It is encouraging to see the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. A society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. Herman. I'm sorry, I know Mayor Herman worked hard and helped pull the city out of a period of crisis, but this isn't the future we deserve. None of us. We all deserve better. Yeah, we should have listened to Byron. I always told myself all those public debates were boring. Who wants to get involved in city affairs? And lately I've been thinking, yeah, that's why there's so much stuff I'm unhappy about, because we all collectively gave up trying. Maybe things can finally change. You have no idea how badly I need something new to happen. We have the potential to imagine a better world. And if we can imagine it, then we can make it happen. You're all delusional. Nothing will ever get better. You're only saying that because you've never known a world where things get better. You think the tiny sliver of history you've experienced is all there is, because that's all Mayor Herman has ever allowed you to see. But there is so much more. This is not the place for personal attacks on the mayor. Thread closed. Lifthrasir. So Lifthrasir and his students helped Athena and Cornelius execute their plan. Another fascinating discovery courtesy of 1K. You're welcome, Mitku. Many of the events in our city's history that seem disconnected turn out to be part of a bigger pattern. There's something to be learned from that. This does answer some questions I had, like how Athena and Cornelius transported all of that equipment from New Alexandria to the island. Disturbing, but good to know. Lifthrasir was so cool. Half the time I have no idea what he's talking about in his recordings, but it's all just so interesting and weird. Good work, 1K. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Thank you. Yeah, excellent work. Not just finding Lifthrasir's message, obviously, but everything else you've accomplished, too. I didn't say we could send a thing because I don't think he wants to be found. Alright. Sorry, I was taking a drink there, so I was playing with just my left hand, which is why it took me so long to turn my camera to the right. I'm controlling the mouse with my right hand, if it's not clear. Oh. No, this is a triangle puzzle, right? That's what I assumed to be over here? Alternator. Connector. These puzzles feel like... Oh, what? Okay, so this will never be blue. Unless... It will never be blue if I do it this way. Is that right? No. So there's clearly something I don't quite get, but I know the general premise of what I'm trying to do. What causes it to choose? Oh, interesting. Okay. That was cool. Yeah, these puzzles right now, they feel like they fit in the first game, and I like that. They're very simple, clever puzzles that aren't, they don't use a lot of extra mechanics. These are the elegant ones. I'm gonna go up there, but I should explore this area before I do, because I don't think there's any reason to come back here if there's nothing back here. Like a secret around the corner or something. Like some kind of, you know, sometimes they have human artifacts, and I feel like there could have easily been one over here. But I don't see one. Oh. I really do want to get up there. I don't... I'll probably just fall down, although it'll put me back here, so that's not so bad. Okay, I'll try it for a little bit. It sounded like a robotic bird. Where did that come from? Was it a bird? It sounded very robotic. It was like doodle-doodle-doot. No, they'll never let me get up there, right? I tried this already. Yeah, okay. All right. These structures are all... You could hide so many things in here and people wouldn't find it just because there's just too much structure. Like, in there, for example. I'm gonna guess that this will just wrap back around. Where is the up? I saw an up earlier. Did I not? Or is it just start further back? Oh, here it is. Maybe? There was a path up, I believe. Yes. There was a metallic robot bird again. Well, I'm out here in the weeds, in the sticks, as it were. Oh, no, no, no. It won't let me stand on the thing that I want to stand on. Okay. I don't want to fall now, because now I'd reset back to there. This seems important.
The world we see around us may not always be as it appears. Some philosophers have said that we are surrounded by nothingness, merely because air is not visible to the eye. And yet one needs only to observe the wind in the trees, or to plunge one's hand into the clear waters of the Aegean, to see that air has material substance. The same applies to many other forces that shape our lives. That they seem invisible does not mean that they are absent. It only means we have not yet learned how to observe them. And yet, lately I have struggled to understand what I am seeing. This strange, insubstantial island. These machine men. This woman with a fierce voice like an Amazon. Who are they? How did I get here?
Wait, what? Say what? Interesting. Wait, are we building time travel? No. I know it's weird to do puzzle 6. And I mean, if I'd started at 8 and started going backwards, that would make sense. But I'm here. And I see a puzzle, and I want to do the puzzle, so I'm gonna do the puzzle. Let's see what I can see. Okay, so what's over here? Receptacle and the ending. This is the ending, and there's a window next to it, and a cube. And, right, where's this? Okay, well, let's start with this. Get me some cubes. Wait, what? It's just a whole puzzle? No. What? I think I'm gonna put the laser up there. I think this is a trick. They don't want you to realize that you could go up here. Wait, what is this? Ah, oh boy. Platforms. I remember platforms. What am I going to do with this platform? Isn't a platform specifically for carrying another me? What else could a platform be used for? Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. All right. That is a new mechanic. Hello.
Hey, 1K.
Yeah.
I wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I know we're all worried about Byron, especially Al, and I don't want to minimize what happened. But now that the mayor's here, I'm afraid they're going to take this and turn it into a reason to bury their head in the sand. Yes, Byron was rash. He wanted to find Athena so badly that it made him blind. But the thing is, he was right. He was completely and utterly right about what this technology could mean to us. I didn't see it at first, but now it couldn't be more clear to me. The theory of everything is the future, and if we reject it, we're condemning ourselves to a slow death.
Oh boy. This would be really much easier to choose if I remember what the theory of everything was. That is, I'm going to have to Google it. The theory of everything. Talos Principle. All the forces in nature would be shown to be aspects of one single force. I feel like if I read this, I'm going to get spoiled by mistake. I'm not going to read it, but I'm going to have to choose the one that's the least committal.
I get it. I do. I'm not blind to the dangers. But all we do anymore is think about the worst case scenario. You know, I didn't even realize how much I'd limited my own imagination. How I talked myself into just accepting this incredibly poor future we've been offered. A future where things just keep getting slightly worse every day, and we accept it because we're ashamed of ourselves. Not of something we've done, but just of our existence. Like we're a virus on this planet. Like our humanity is a sin. I'm so tired of it, 1K. I kept my head down. I focused on fixing things. But that's all I ever did. I never improved anything. I never built anything new. And when I imagine going on like this for thousands of years, that's a fate worse than death. It really is. We either live and grow and expand boldly and proudly, or we might as well switch ourselves off.
Huh. I don't know how much I agree with
We
that.
better, because I don't think I can handle the alternative.
Alright. I think that that is a good place to end it. I solved the puzzle. I talked to Melville. Always a pleasure, Melville. I wish I knew what the theory of everything was. But it's been a very long time since that concept was introduced to me. And I'm a fear if I Google it, it's going to be like 300 YouTube videos that are explain what the theory of everything actually meant in Talos Principle 2. And they just arbitrarily spoil everything because that's how the internet works now. But yeah, we're reaching the end. And it feels like we're reaching the end, which is really interesting. I think that I'm not wrong. I think that it switched to one of my favorite songs right as this video is ending. Right as I'm about to sum up my thoughts. I think that by the end of this, there will either, and it might be my choice, there will either be a flesh and blood human baby in the arms of a robotic human, or I will choose for there not to be. I think that's where we're going, and I don't know if this is space travel. This might be time travel. I don't think it's time travel. Time travel, introducing time travel this late into the story it's ambitious. But space travel, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a good one.